Alright. Patch is done. Alright. Off to week 2. Let's see if there's any other unique audio for the day. I think I was okay with the effects being pretty low. Let's see. I think we had it at 5% the other day. Alright. Oh wait. Oh, that's right. Week 2, the story actually advances on the 3rd milestone. So this week is going to be just the dungeon unlock, which I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if we're going to be able to find a group for that. A pug for that. But we'll see. Let's just do our weekly upkeep, see how long it takes to retrieve stuff. Okay. Alright. So let's see how quickly we can manage this. What's 1250? Joy. There are very few games where when you There are very few games when you enter a questing zone, there's a slight twinge of dissatisfaction of seeing other players. It's quite a unique experience for those who had played this game long enough. Guess we can kill these guys. We do have some use for its currency. Although I did notice that the gear pieces are bound on pickup. Double check that. It's kind of like the anti-versatility. Yeah, these are all bound on pickup. Artificially inflate game time, I suppose. I can't really be too soft on that. That's just to, in a way, compel people to play multiple tunes, but honestly, that design at this stage in the game, at this point, only probably reduces player retention as opposed to improve it. Other games implemented it differently, but BOP is not generally great in this game design. Because what would happen is even if you made it bound to account and then bound on equip, they would more than likely a player would more than likely play twice the amount of time, or maybe like 50% more on their primary character just to use a secondary character. I think the logic's a little backwards, in my opinion. It's a little it's reasonable for other games. It's reasonable for other communities, but not specifically the Neverwinter community, or what's left of the Neverwinter community. That type of design discourages exploration more than encourages. Separating tunes by binding things is... I don't think that type of design has aged very well in general. Like, modern gaming as a more modern gaming as a service games, or debatably more modern, tends to treat the avatar as the universal placeholder and then build everything around the placeholder, as opposed to still conventionally, traditionally pigeonholing people to investing into one and then doubling that time to invest into a second one. It creates shortage of everything, more or less. Basically, the roles that are least popular will be deficient. Which I happen to play both the roles, so it's very close to home about the deficiencies. I don't reckon this is going to be too bad. If you grab all the dailies, right, or all the repeatables. Still not familiar with all the locations yet. I should start systematically going from like bottom left hand corner and rotate in a circle to the opening, to the third area. So I don't overlap. Probably a little bit more efficient that way. Right? We have like, I think we have 2 here. I don't think. Oh yeah, we're supposed to kill spiders. Wow. That one spawned a little further from the egg than I expected. Uh, Good place to stomp some spooters out. Right. We need weapon caches too. Huh. I wonder if you can fall off there. I'm gonna say yes. Oh yeah, we can still open some lockboxes. There's some spooters. 18 spiders. Kinda high. Okay. this do anything? Oh. No, 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 no. This is not the one that... Oh. Yeah, and then we have the repeatable on the weekly. It's just the tower thing. Takes about 15 minutes. Oh, you know what? Doesn't this place you back at camp when you're finished? Let's do this spider thing first. Hmm. No, that's just gonna cocoon you to death. Hmm. Spiders are definitely a bottleneck. $11. Actually, I guess today we're not encountering anything new. Grab some other tunes here. Something like doing bi-monthly time gates. I mean bi-weekly time gates. It's probably really loud. Should be okay. Alright. Alright. There are other players here. That's very unfortunate. Now we just wander around where spider spawns. Oh. I don't think these things spawn spiders. Yeah, they don't. And yep. Kill one of these. Oh wait, this is a heroic encounter. Maybe we can get some spiders off this. Someone's already doing it, so you know. Oh, it's Drowse. Well, once we did the heroic encounter. No. Nope. Very, very disappointing spawn rates. Nope. That boss doesn't discriminate. You'll remain CC for the entire duration of the encounter. And since there aren't any I guess there's a campfire over there, so we'll switch instances. They're still pretty full though, even on a Tuesday. Monday is actually the reset. Tuesday can be a patch update, which there was a patch update today. it did not change the thing that doesn't work. I'm aware of something that doesn't work, and it hasn't updated that yet. This is a little... Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, there's gear that still doesn't actually work to this day, and it's from the last update. But that's not very surprising. Sometimes, you know, bugs and stuff are kind of fun. Like, you know, if they mechanically did something or produce a result. But the type of things like this just simply doesn't work, that's a little disappointing. And there are at least 3 of them that I'm aware of. They just blatantly don't work. Didn't see any bugs yet for this. Granted, I only hop in for doing dailies, and then the last time I did this Dark Reaching was last Tuesday. No hurry. Time gates, you know. I wonder if you can sprint past the corner. Find out. Oops. We sprint past all of this right up here. Nah, that's instant. They instantly respawn. Oh, actually, I'm kind of curious if this area's spiders count. So you could like grab the repeatable and then just do the weekly. Kill multiple, complete multiple things at once. I doubt it. It says shimmering. It specifically said the location, even though the location's within the location. Wonder how much this is. If we complete what? That's 6 times 5, that's 30 plus 25, that's 55 already. That's a pretty good chunk. What the heck? Where'd you guys come from? A rage drake. All right. I'm pretty convinced that Mightier Leap doesn't actually do the magnitude it's modified for. Oh, the animation disappeared on the last hit. I don't see anything that got worse yet. Sometimes patches. Whoa! Oh, hey! It's a giant. The NPC is still new. Nice. I wonder how many of them, how many they loaded into this. One of the fire giants. Big omelet. Wait. What happened to your eyes just now? Do you have eyes? Oh, it loaded in. For a moment there, the face didn't load in. Eh. Wait, can I still? Oh. Hmm. Right. That wonderful camera like a target model. Whenever you have like dragons, their target box is like 30% larger than its visuals, but then when you have little people, they're extra small. It wouldn't be as worth criticizing if it was consistently the same way, but it's not. You just can't take anything for granted. Like, well, that wonderful phrase about is it working as intended, right? Generally speaking, always questionable whether you see something in this game and you think it's working as intended or not. I know a piece of gear giving you negative stats is, I like to think that's not working as intended. Hello? Combat? And that guy really wants a train. Alright. I think this should take me back to the camp. Yes. Alright. Turn these in. 25, 5, yep. About right. You can't hold over and then repeat the weekly twice. Confirmed, I guess. Oh. I totally... Oh no, I grabbed these. Oh, I only had one because we turned in the half one. So I guess we should have 50. 50 in 20 minutes. It's only okay. Where's it? 55? Let's look. Oh, it's 75. Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, we did the heroic encounter thing too. So plus 50 or total for the weekly stuff. So we need 25. We need to complete 5. Roulette's our rate limiting step. It's not too bad. Oh, I see another player. You should just... Ooh, 3 in one pack. What the heck? Our power didn't go off. What the heck? Are you guys standing? Oh. They're just waiting for it into the dark. Starting into the darkness. Casually leaping back into red. Hoping the timing was midair. Alright, that's 2. I don't remember if this thing... Actually, let's find out if this thing gives currency. I doubt it. By currency, I mean the... Well... Oh. There isn't a tanky person. Fair enough. Did that? Oh, there is a tank. Probably died? Alright. Do we get anything? No, just the coins. Alright, fair enough. So what, we're 10. We need 3 more. So we start on the left or the west. There's supposed to be 2 here. Oh, kill spiders. Okay. Exciting times. House intelligence. This is. Okay. Hmm. Too many people in the same spot. Oh, thanks for chilling. Alright. So spider is a bottleneck. Ooh. Group's pretty good. A spawn point. Nine spiders now. There a camp spot here? Particular. Yep. Not individual questing positions. Like the game is conditioning you to be as antisocial as possible. Really, dude? Yep. You can most definitely tell when something's a bottleneck when You have 6 players in an instance, and half of them are in the same position. I gotta kill this dude. Yep. Oh, I guess I can kill some of these. Maybe. Yeah, we can just like... Alright. We'll just peace out now. Yes. Stop it, please. We can use that encounter though for the spiders. That isn't too bad. Alright. To complete one more. Oh, you can get intelligence. Okay, so the intelligence is in the shimmering webs, but you can still kill drow in a different spot and get intelligence. Personally, I think half the repeatables should be like that, but it expedite not overlapping areas so that players aren't incentivized or conditioned to avoid other players. That design, again, as I expressed last Tuesday, is pretty narrow-minded, adhering to that type of design. Having players fight for even the fundamentals of the game, like completing quests. Imagine an MMO that uses the word kill stealing. This would be it. This type of design. Alright. So we're done for today. Our on one of our characters, time to do it another 2 times. Oh, and I misspoke last week. This is actually the campaign leading up to the next mod. What? Are you leading? Oh. So technically, this is the one before the next major mod. Tower? Or grouping out for tower to speed up the process. Okay. Guess we can do the second milestone just to see what it is. Hooray, milestone 2. 1500 piece. Isn't that the non-interesting ones? Certainly is. Yep. Or the combinations. Man. When you're trying to show that there's an inferior lead up equipment. That is some inferior lead up equipment. Alright. Well, second milestone complete. That means we can hop into masters, but interestingly enough, the requirement is 7,500. Curious how many people find that relevant. Like, having access to masters today is relevant. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to get more space, apparently. Alright. Let's unequip this stuff. No. Gotta start thinking about we gotta set up how to move the insignias quicker. I think the speed we can spend time rearranging the bag system that they introduced. I don't remember the combination. Maybe it's this one? Yeah, I don't remember. Yes. Alright. Second character. Yeah, I don't think I actually even have characters that are... What? Oh. Hey. Off we go. Take two. Takes like 30 minutes. Or 100. That's very reasonable. If your Neverwinter experience is confined to one character, which the majority of I would say applies to the majority of players. Alright, so we already had 25 set up. And then we got that weekly back, so the first return is going to be 75 or 80. And then we do 4 more. The bottleneck here are the bullets. And other players. Bottlenecks. For this game, the bottleneck is always other players. At minimum. Well, bullets kind of spawn every once in a while from here, from this heroic encounter. We can probably get someone to join us if they see us attacking it. Regrettably, I think that dude is a tank. It's a guardian fighter though. Maybe not a guardian fighter. It is a tank player though. Let's see if bullets come out. Oh hey, look. It's a wizard. Who would have thought? I'm not actually trying to kill the major spawn. I'm really just looking for the second wave. I want to see if bullets spawn from here. Yeah. At the same amount of frequency, I guess. Very similar. 20% of the mobs are bullets. Kind of hardy. We need to get rid of the little guys. Hey. Let's run around. Hope the next wave have bullets. Okay. Oh, there too. Did that guy just kill the bullet before I got a chance to kill it? It was a, this guy was a dreadnought. Not a vanguard. Oh, actually. Did eventually get threat. We killed like 7 bullets there. That's not too bad. Oh, well, that bullet's dead. Which instances? Avoid as many players as possible. Whoops. Other direction. Oh look, it's another player. Which way are you going? I'm not heading the same direction. Oh gosh, there are 2 here. That means... I mean, this only has 6 players, but the reason why this instance have 6 players is because the other players are doing the exact same thing, which is to avoid other players while questing. There should be a new meme, a new like saying single massive multiplayer online game. Do I have to kill spiders? I have to kill these guys. And then harvest moss. Okay, fair enough. What the? Where did you go? Okay. Myconoids in general are desirable. Landing on myconoids. What? I thought there was a moss bush there. Uh, is it drow? I think most of them are drow. There are some myconoids there in that heroic encounter. Not the best. Takes too long. Someone killed that mob. It's a spider heroic encounter. Alright. We finished that. Still got moss. Going around the outside is not great. For moss. Two more. Same quest. Okay. What is this? Loyalist equipment. That's it. That must be the half. I did the other one. Hey Snow, what's up? Hmm. 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 Bottleneck. I think it's one. It's these things, right? Yeah. Don't be shy now. Okay. One more. Big little tubbies. Okay. Okay. We do the weekly, then we'll be at 80. And one more to go. Is this thing red? Hmm. That red dot doesn't seem to be accurately portraying things. It just decides to show up whenever. Don't really actually have anything new. Oh, maybe it's showing up because... No. Nope. Oh, wait. It could be because of this thing down here, the announcement. November 14th? Yeah. Maybe that. I don't know. I totally did not free the prisoners. Huh. I wonder what CW stands for now in Snow's name. CW. Which dev could have... Which dev group has CW? This brings back a few memories. Snow... It's a shame it didn't work out. I mean... I thought it would have been... Man, Neverwinter would have been a lot different if it worked out. Conflicts of interest. Hmm. Can I kill these guys really fast and then go for the stairs? The answer is absolutely no. Gee, amazing. Mm. Why do I even bother using it? Oh, I think the dragon flying around is kind of cute, but man, the dragon is so... It's just a vanity pet. It might as well be. The function of it is so negligible. One more to go. Let's go. On a timer. Hmm? Why are you sitting back here? This mob. sits back to break the flow. Alright. Let's see if the NPC is different this time. We've seen like 9 of them so far. Actually, we've seen 8 of them. Alright. Off to the next zone. Okay. Yeah, see that dragon? That dragon, the hit rate on that dragon, it's like one of the most narrow areas effect. Just stop calling it an area effect. Hold. Oh, it's a repeat. Alright, first repeat. Number 8 was a repeat. It's another Cyclops. I think one thing, if I had to suggest something, removing incentives for guilds is just a quality of life change. I don't think obligating people to having to be affiliated with a guild to have passive stats is would encourage less drama and whatnot. I don't agree with the whole guild boons thing. That should just be reworked. The majority of, like, arguably nowadays gaming as a service games, the lower the barrier is to having the need to be organized into a group, the more attractive it is as a casual game. So if you're going for like gaming as a service as a casual game, removing the petty squabbles, petty dramas that get people into like organized cliques and whatnot can reduce the barrier in gatekeeping. So you start thinking like, what's the gate in Neverwinter? All the old players are gatekeepers. Most of them are. Not maliciously gatekeeping, just inherently gatekeeping because of like the need to band together and organize. I think guilds, the idea of guilds and collective identities in carving collective identities in a gaming as a service game is something old, and it's a little bit conflicting with the casual nature. So if you have to organize together to complete content, it makes it very difficult for anyone to recommend the game. Making it an integral part to have to be part of groups I mean, that's also probably will miff the rest of the gate, would probably make all the gatekeepers leave, but that's, I mean, you gotta make compromises. Guilds are pretty not great. You hear descriptions a lot about like we're an organization, we're a guild, don't like elitism, can't stand up to elitism, and then you have a whole description of how partial the guild is, the behavior of guilds. Being not something also makes you an elitist. It's a moral high ground. It's ironic, but I mean, it's hypocritical, but that's how that works. I'm not saying all the guild descriptions are hypocritical like that, but, and they're not meant to be like malicious or exclusive or anything, just that's the nature of the beast. When you don't want something in your guild, you are acting like the thing you don't want. And that's my take on why if you force content into group mandatory group requirements, it's just a barrier for more people to adopt the game. Nowadays, at least, for the trending behavior. The trending behavior is people want to play games. And the barrier to having to socialize is very high. However, the barrier may not seem as high if you can establish something that the player likes enough to willingly invest in socializing with other players. In this game, most of the content is still geared towards the older population of players that aren't the target of gaming as a service game anymore, because older population of players do not appreciate or understand the limitations and the compromises needed to make gaming as a service a viable model for their games. So right now, Neverwinter is kind of straddling the two, and they're either at some point, I suppose, in my opinion, gonna favor one or the other back and forth. Making choices for solo content and removing incentives for group play would help the game grow for the modern audience that they're targeting with gaming as a service games, which is the direction they're kind of going. Which I prefer that. I mean, I've gone with the times. Just to reveal a personal bias, I suppose. We'll probably sell a lot more battle passes, that's for sure. I do have that nostalgia, like most gatekeepers, where like that satisfaction of spending hours each day, like 3 days a week, trying to take down a raid boss or something, and it's through that collaborative blood and sweat and tears to bind people online together. Some people still talk about wanting that, but the behavior and the reality of the nature is that they're more akin to the current trends of gaming on an MMO, gaming as a service games. Increasing that barrier only prevents only ends up leading, in my opinion, dramatically contributes to the dissatisfaction of progress. So much of my separation from this game was involved in how players don't obviously know that they're in a love-hate relationship with what they think they want and what they actually want. A lot of times they're like, I like helping players. I mean, we spend a lot of time helping players and stuff. It's like, no, you really don't. I mean, I guess I pointed out a couple times, but you know, people can get used to being very refractory to what is actually being observed. Like, oh, it doesn't matter what guild you're in, or it doesn't matter, we don't judge or discriminate against other organizations. And then immediately when it affects them, they raise drama. Not that it's a surprise to me, but just removing guild incentives in general and just go full send onto a play as a gaming as a service game model in the long run would probably alleviate a lot of negative sentiments. Things like providing near equivalents for solo play or party play. So either or. So a person who doesn't want a group can just simply invest the same way and achieve the same end game as someone who collaboratively favors group play. You're probably initially going to get gatekeepers that say, well, it takes quote unquote more skill and more dedication to have a group, organize a group to work together to take something down than having an individual. Why should they be rewarded for the same thing? That's a logical fallacy. The impression they're talking about is games that are designed for group play, and therefore group play gets challenged. Up to this time, most games are not designed in a way that expects to push a solo player to the max. It's either the solo player soloing group content to demonstrate that they're extremely competent. Like, they don't design with, like, these games like bosses and stuff are not designed with a solo player's cap in mind. For that, you have to go to games that are designed as solo players. But nowadays, like games that have very constant satisfaction are games that the devs decided to create something for soloing and create something in parallel for party play. So when someone doesn't want a game that requires socializing with other people, that's acknowledging that modern gamers may not always want to group up but still be part of a persistent world, kind of like real life and stuff. But or, you know, you have a lot of friends, say you're a socialite, sure, you can still have your party moments, but the models, the challenges are constructed in a way that this is meant for solo play, this is meant for party play, but they're equal in their merits. And it gets to a community where, man, you know, you get content creators that naturally like, oh, I'm really good at playing alone. Here's my highlight reel of all the stuff I played alone, which gives the game exposure, more exposure. And then party play people can enter party play and still achieve satisfaction and highlight reels. This game is trying to straddle in between, and it's not, it hasn't strike. Wait, how come there aren't any more mobs that spawn? What the heck? I was using this as a way to spawn boulettes. I guess not. This game is trying to straddle, but the two sides are not equivalent. Or at least the two are not equivalent. Solo play is inherently inferior and less satisfying to party play. So either you have friends or you suck it up and enter a clique, enter a partial organization, and then eventually that partial organization involves a lot of people which have conflicts of interest that will arise, and because of that natural conflict of interest, people won't stick with the game because it will eventually lead to drama, which is the majority of the in my opinion, a major driver for the retention problem with this game. What is the number one major, like, not number one, but among the top 5 complaints that you hear behind closed doors when people move on to a different game is they draw apples and oranges comparison to this game by talking about, oh yeah, there's just no feeling of reward or sense of progress. That's not what I see as the thing, but it's always disguised as that. That's usually the focus. But I think the dissatisfaction is the idea that some people expect that this game is still party play friendly, but it's only party play with a non-overlapping solo content. So someone still has to do the solo content when they don't want to. And some people have to do the party play content when they don't want to. So whenever someone says like they have friends and all their friends quit this game, it's because none of them want to do the solo content. But they're not overlapping. They're mutually exclusive. Or they're not mutually exclusive. They're both obligatory. So you still have to do a lot of things solo because not everyone has the same time frame. You can't, when you quest in a group, it's highly inefficient. It's terrible. Like, it's a really, so when you have people coming to this game, it's like, oh yeah, it's an MMO, we want to play as a group. Like, well, you don't quest as a group. That just slows everyone down. It's, if you're able to be self-sustaining, 5 people soloing the quests is more efficient and more rewarding than a group of people collaborating to finish quests. Personally, I find the soloing requirements, like what I'm doing right now, desirable. But then you have this solo person who's fine with all the solo content, right? And then you hit that big part where you need to be because they require you to be in party play to do end game, and then those solo players leave. That's it. What do you end up having? Well, you end up having a game that have negative sentiments about the end game and negative sentiments about the solo game, the early game, as opposed to catering to one group or the other. Most of the new players stick around for every new content update, and then less than 2 to 3 weeks in, they'll leave and wait for the next solo content update. And I think that's the biggest trend right now. So if you were to take a gamble by the numbers, in my opinion, if you want a lucrative model, you would aim at retaining the solo players as opposed to people who want to participate in party play. Lighter party play, more solo. Like mission passes, you know, these battle passes and mission passes cater to the solo player. The whole idea of gaming as a service caters to the convenience of solo playing, not party playing. You can still lower the barrier for party play. I think that's a thing of the past. Unless you're talking about like PvP and stuff. Which is kind of non-existent here. Yep. Now I'm looking for bullets again. So are 3 other players. In an instance with 7 players total. There's no share credits in the way they design it. Oh hey look. That guy already killed a mob group I was looking for. And then if they needed a quest, well, all the bullets are dead. Still looking. Still looking. It is worth saying that whatever I said isn't suggesting that one is better than the other. But ignoring what the trends are, I do feel that it's a little bit detached from, like, as a dev or producer anyways, as an executive, ignoring the trends could hurt the profitability or the sustainability of your game. Well, I see a bunch of players, so that means all the mobs in this area is dead. Oh, no. Wait. I didn't get this part, though. Okay. We gotta do what? That's 2. We have to do 3 more, I think. Yes. 3 more. Well, actually, no, we only have to do 2 more. Kill Drow. Alright. Alright. Oh, wait. It's not kill drow. It's weapon cache. What am I talking about? Quest tracker is all sorts of disorganized. Quest tracker in this game doesn't go by proximity, which I think that's a pretty decent quality of life change if they ever get around to doing something like that. Where when you're in a designated zone or quest, it would highlight the relevant quests as opposed to treating the whole zone as a singular quest zone, where then you would have situations where it just leads you entirely into a new area, even though they're not the relevance. relevant quests, or additionally, you might be thinking the quest at the top is intuitively the one that's relevant, but then you start doing it and you realize you didn't read the text properly. That happens a lot. I think that's just because of modern expectations, though. It's one of those like many conveniences that you kind of get used to when you play other games. I just need to finish this area. So far the experience is second week of this, like the second time gate, week 2 time gate is extraordinarily weak. It's probably like 3 out of 10. First week was 5 out of 10. It's about average. Second week, you know, compared to like the other stuff prior, they just the way they set it up, second week is probably a low point for most players. It used to be that this thing would run. I mean, the weekly haul doesn't even change either. So effectively it runs 10 weeks. That's a travesty, considering a month would 2 months would be a compromise between the old standard or the older standard and maybe a newer standard. But 10 weeks, like exceeding 2 months, that's asking for a lot. In my opinion, that's way over the limit. Personally, I'd be satisfied with 4 weeks. I did see the infogram or something, the slide or in Q&A summary of the more recent dev Q&A, and saw that what their plans are. So 3 mods within the calendar year was one of the hot takes, at least I think. That seems alright. I mean, I was satisfied with 2 mods a year. However, this stuff, time gating for 10 weeks, not so much. Man, how have I not seen a 6 weapon cache? Oh. Oh yeah, and last week I was mentioning this emphasis on outgoing healing instead of regen. I guess they did make an armor piece that I overlooked. So the headpiece actually does have that mechanic where it increases your regeneration of divinity, performance, and soul weave. So it's not like they don't already have a mod in place that can replace the proc that's on the weapon set, on the weapon set they just introduced. Instead of constantly giving outgoing healing or designing pain giving weapon sets and then just swapping the stats so that tank to sideline anyone who has to play the tank role or anyone that has to play the healer role, and then still continue to design things for party play. Still drowse. I think I can just go in here and do this heroic encounter, right? Is this a heroic encounter? Yeah. Which is it, man? You want party play, but your two most essential roles, you design things neglecting the two most essential roles. So you spend the whole day, you spend like more time looking to get players for those roles than actually playing the game. And then you have the oblivious, ignorant people that go QQ in the middle of chat, say, hey, you know, why can't we find a healer or a tank? Like, well, you can start by being one. Like, well, I don't want to. That's why I don't play this game. I don't play this game to be a healer or a tank. Well, you should find a game that incentivizes support play. The same way they incentivize DPS play. At least equivalent enough to encourage people to do so. So we got the drow right away. I think gathering intelligence. Oh, wait. What am I doing? We don't need to do this stuff. We only need 4. Oh. Thanks for reminding me. Sorry. I got you. I understand. I clicked off the screen and then promptly forgot about it. Okay. All right. Yep, it's at 100. It really is 10 weeks. 10 weeks. Done for today, but yeah. Yep. I am 54 tokens from, like, I just need 54 tokens and then we'll probably just wait for the next event. Okay. We finish this last one, and then we'll see it. And then I'll see if I can raise my item level to 7,500 and see if we can do it with the bare minimum. Yes. See if there's even any LFGs for that stuff. I'll probably have to move my insignias. I could play the barbarian instead though. What was this combination? I want to say that's not it. No, we don't use that here. Yeah. It's like this, right? And then okay, good enough. All right. Oh, I did lose a boon point. Interesting. Oh, the patch gave me back those boon points. Nice. Nice. All right. Is Neverwinter nowadays? How much did the level drop do? What do you mean by how much? It didn't change it. The level drop didn't change anything about or you mean the new content? It's about the same. Maybe a little worse. Or maybe a little less engaging. But it's kind of like it's just something to do kind of thing. In it. My evaluation of it, well, it's the second week. It takes 10 weeks, right? Doing this 10 times can't possibly have changed much. So it's 4 out of 10. It's probably going to stay 4 out of 10, which I'm saying is slightly below average of what you would expect. So it meets most expectations, but still below average. The biggest below average, like from where they started, is that it's 10 weeks. It's time gated to 10 weeks, as opposed to, at least for now, it looks like it's 10 weeks. Instead of just doing 6 weeks and have a 4-week period, lull period, where the players just won't do anything for 4 weeks. Choosing to time gauge for 10 weeks instead of just having a 4-week lull period is bold, if not a little bit overconfident. It's kind of like if stream raiders decide, well, actually they did every once in a while, decided to increase, which actually coincidentally they did, place something that made it bonus 4. You know, you had to get to, wait, is it bonus 6 for the soul container? That's kind of what Neverwinter did. They artificially extended something, the time it takes, with meritless extension. So it's a little sus. It's bold. It's bold way to farm time from your player base. Can I get some bullets from this guy? Please. Summon more mobs, please. Oh, is there a train on this instance? No. Oh, there's a bullet. And yeah. All right. Can I get credit on that? Nope. Hooray. I just wanted to tap it. Couldn't even do that. Anti party play. Couldn't even tag the bullet. That was the only reason I was standing there. Doesn't that remind you of Stream Raiders? Like, what? You make currency tied to a randomized opportunistic unit? Oh, okay. Oh. So now everyone is playing the game chicken. So if it fails, no one gets currency. But someone's got to take the high road to ensure that the battles are successful. I see. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a community game that emphasizes opportunistic play. Just like this game. You gotta stop sending mixed messages here. Do you want people to work together or not? Me personally, if they just went full send and just make everything individual, then that's fine. Like, you won't be giving people mixed messages. It'll hurt some people, you know. The people who want community and stuff, they'll end up taking a back seat. But the question is, how many people you have in your community that want party play? And how many people just want to hoard things just because? In this game, it's also... so Neverwinter is transitioning into like a full, I guess, gaming as a service kind of thing. And they're kind of doing that and kind of not doing that. By not doing that is all the things that people want, like players are expecting or want, are behind party play. But to get there and to be ready for that party play, you have to do a lot of solo play. But the solo play part gets slowed down by party play. Stream Raiders have that similar conflict of interest. To get the things you want that may or may not lead to party play requires solo playing. You want to advance quickly through whatever battle pass they have. In order to do that, you have to ignore that you care about other people's progress and focus on your own progress. But the more efficient you become, the more inefficient someone who happens to be with you become. And this game is the same way. If you want to complete a quest very, very quickly, because you like completing quests, you have to make sure you either steal all the things, quote unquote, steal all the things, or just be faster than the next person. Or isolate yourself so you don't have to interact with any other players. The fewer players you have to interact with, the faster you get things done. Just like streamers. All the battle track things, like when you have battle pass and battle track, they're solo oriented. There's no like get points for helping two other people, or you know, it's not full party play and it's not full send on solo play. You get mixed messages. Like, so do you want your game to foster collaborative play, or do you just want a bunch of player who likes to snipe things? I play this game because of occasionally I get into party play, but mostly I'm evaluating the solo part, the quote-unquote solo part of the game. Yeah. So you it's a story, it's similar story. So I used to draw the parallels between Neverwinter and the philosophy behind Captain TV's Stream Raider, right? On the one hand, you want to sell battle passes, but if you have a community game, to build community and draw more people to it, it's nice. You know, it's a nice thought that you can advertise your game as a community forward game, while at the same time making designs to sell things, right? The problem is the thing you're selling is inherently solo, and you're advertising your game as a community-based game. So what happens then? You have people who are not inherently toxic because they're efficient players, and you have a conflict of interest. This game is very similar. If you want to get through, like what I'm doing right now, takes a lot of time. It takes up time, and the reason why it's taking up time, actually, I finished this at least. The reason why it's taking up time is because there are other players around, which is what Captain TV's Battle Pass is like. In fact, if I was a captain, which I guess I still am, if I'm a captain who's wants to be the most efficient, like, hey, look at me, I can complete the battle pass or to track really, really quickly, I would request a password feature be put on PvE, only invite just enough people to complete the task and complete it quickly. And that's being pragmatic. That would be the ultimate pragmatism, which I feel like on the internet, being pragmatic is very desirable right now. It's not being collaborative or looking out for a stranger. I think the normal sentiments right now is that people still go online and treat other people like strangers because they are, right? Practically speaking. You're not going to go and just trust the first person you meet on the internet. So you would prioritize self over others. And that sells a lot of battle passes. Quote unquote, paying for an edge or speed because it lowers the amount of time you have to deal with other people making you less efficient is a very great incentive for buying battle passes or quicker convenience. Is there a game that's not like that? There are some games, but not in the same genre, so it'd be comparing apples and oranges. Loyalty was a mistake game. Was so much more fun when one did big bosses only. Yes. That would be, in my opinion, be in line with each other. But the current state of the stuff that I said, they're filling it out, right? I'm not saying it's bad or good. Like, I'm not saying, I didn't say that I hate or like or something. I haven't used any of those words. I'm just saying what is happening, like what you can see or what I can see. I don't have solutions, or I'm not presenting any solutions or anything. It's just observations. I'm indifferent at the moment. Like, I still play this game. I don't hate the game. I still captain for Stream Raiders because it's something fun to observe, seeing where things go. At least I find it entertaining. I'm not very emotionally invested. It does make me less excited, but at the same time less offended. So I don't really get too attached. to this stuff. It's another content update. Until something really shocks me, right? Until something prompts me to be emotionally invested. Yep. It's sad to see 200 online captions when it was 454 years ago. Oh, so there's an actual noticeable decrease in the captain number. I have stopped keeping track of... I have largely stopped keeping track of other captains. The way the things are developed and stuff has, for me, created an environment that captains don't want to be with other captains. It's deliberately discouraged. It doesn't incentivize other captains to be aware of other captains. They did try the in Pirates, like CTV team tried in Pirates to test a co-op feature. Even that was, I mean, you don't have a base for it. There aren't enough people to even pair up. I would say it's a little too late, but I admire... I mean, the numbers would suggest it's a little too late, but I admire that they're still making the attempt. It didn't work, obviously, but... because Pirates is another apples and oranges comparison to Stream Raiders, where Pirates' investment is disproportionately high, and expecting 2 players to commit, 2 quote-unquote communities to commit that much synchronized timing is bold. It's very optimistic. You would have to market it to... you would have to market it to already collaborating people. It doesn't foster any growth of your game or exposure to your game. The people that would use that cooperative feature would already be working together. So they kind of become a one package deal. So when one is upset, both leaves, right? When one it takes... there's a 2-point failure. Having a cooperative thing that relies on 2 people with a huge time investment. It only takes one person to say no, that's okay, not worth it, to make the point of failure happen. I feel like that should be like a part of your costs risk analysis. How big is the barrier you want to push for people to commit to your thing, to your product? Like, oh, you need a friend who would drop everything they do as well and agree for 4 hours to do the same thing? Man, compelling games can't even... I feel like compelling developers with compelling cooperative mechanics aren't even that optimistic that they could get 2 people to commit to a game like 4 hours a day. Imagine if people were that easy to sway. With no incentives, actually. The cooperative test had no incentives. You build an entire community on incentivized play and decided to test new features with no incentives. Feels bad, man. I didn't, it feels bad for those people. I'm if I were being honest, I don't empathize with incentivized things. I'm not the I'm not a poster child or like a advocate for opportunist. I like video games because video games. Whenever I say is it worth it, I'm usually throwing shade at people who evaluate something that's supposed to make you feel better, trying to make the rationale for something that's worth it be about your happiness. If you have to ask that question, you're gonna be in for a whole life of disappointment. Is it worth it to play a video game? You should stop playing the video game now, in my opinion. Perhaps you should seek something that you don't have to ask that question. You should see, in my opinion, I would encourage someone, if they constantly ask themselves, is it worth it to do something to make themselves happy? You're probably looking at something that is not going to live up to your expectations. The things you love and bring you happiness consistently are the ones that you're not thinking about its value, or you're not trying to quantify its value, because you have no concerns. It's unconditional. When you start asking yourself if it's worth it, then there's some concern. Is it worth losing in PvP? Yeah, that. You know, you have that question. It's a very important question. But I do feel that when people ask it for a very long time, sometimes they forget if that's important to something they really love or enjoy. And for me, the answer is a resounding no. I don't ever think about, is it worth it? Is it worth it to do anything in my life? It's always worth it, in my opinion, to do anything in life. If I had to concern the worth, it would suck if you look back on your life and the actions you take and all you can think about is, I wasted my time. It was worth less. That's unfortunate. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But it's a dialogue that happens very often nowadays, because the activities we do have framed the way we evaluate the value of our action in time. So you have people who come on, you have people who spend their life day in and day out dealing with the big question, is it worth it? I mean, content creators profited off of literally conditioning that thought process. It's like, is this food worth it? I don't know. Does it make you smile? Does it make you feel warm and fuzzy inside that you can't possibly quantify? Do you have to ask yourself if it's worth it? Where's the origin of this question coming from? Also, you know, I'm not telling, I have to make sure I'm not implying you don't I'm trying not to imply like you shouldn't be doing something or should be doing something. Just asking some rhetoric for people to consider, possibly. When you go on YouTube and look up a review for a product you really, really want, are you looking for confirmation? Or are you looking for an excuse? That kind of thing. Or you're genuinely curious, you know? That's a thing. Genuine curiosity is the thing. My motivation is to know what other people are thinking about. So that's my motivation. So if I had to ask myself, is it worth it? It's like, absolutely. It's something I don't understand yet. It's boring thinking about my opinions. What are everyone else's opinions? When someone, I get this sometimes when I'm playing Neverwinter or trying to evaluate a content in Neverwinter. Someone comes in to tell me like, oh yeah, don't bother doing this because it's trash. I'm like, tell me about it. Why do you think it's trash? It's like, from my standpoint, you're gonna spend your time telling me why it's trash. That's kind of worth it. It's telling me something I didn't know, so, you know, just saying. It's like, I think this is a bad idea. You should stop doing it. Like, tell me about it. Feel free. Although I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding sometimes, quite a bit. When I say tell me about it or explain or go on, it somehow, or it doesn't somehow, I have a explanation about it, but it tends to come off to the other person as convince me why it's trash, or convince me why, like when I ask, please tell me about it, right? It's like, oh, I don't believe you. That's what they actually hear, in my opinion. Because the attitude swap becomes defensive the moment I ask them to explain their thoughts. When really, I'm just asking them to explain their thoughts. There's no disbelief or anything. It's just, hey, you believe this? Awesome. Can you explain it to me, please? Because clearly I don't understand. Or they think I don't understand. Otherwise, they wouldn't be telling me the stuff. Unless, and here's the big brain call. I wouldn't be too bold as to claim this is what happens to most people. But they really just wanted someone to agree with them so that they don't have to convince themselves that they're the odd man out. Looking for affirmation. Like, hey, you know this game is trash. I'm like, yeah, this game is trash too. I agree. Like, sweet, fist bump. Never hear from that person again. And I'm not suggesting that's a bad thing. I honestly think that's a great thing, because if that person needed affirmation just to like go on with their life and feel like it's worth it, like they found out a game was trash and that's what made it worth it, you know, confirm like they understand what's a good game and people agree with them, and you never hear from them again, that's an indicator that they found what they were looking for. And that's it. They weren't, you know, they weren't there to be your friend or anything, but that meets my expectations. When someone says hello and like tell me about this game, that's a little different objective, right? Or I think this is a weak expansion of Neverwinter, this recent one. What are your thoughts? That's a different like goal in mind. That's someone who has a different goal. So for all the stuff that I said in the last hour or two, I'm not saying people should and should not do certain things, and the devs shouldn't do. What I'm suggesting is there's a inconsistency between how to make money with a specific model right now and what the game design is wanting to encourage. And in both cases, they're kind of incongruous with each other. Like the leaderboard stuff. Oof. Oh, it's actually kind of funny. Neverwinter tried a leaderboard thing, and so did Stream Raiders, and they both kind of led to the same conclusion. Nay to leaderboards. Like when I mean leaderboards, I mean like competitive leaderboards, or an attempt to switch over to a competitive leaderboard model. That was those were some dark times. I still think that period in time started a riff that was to this day irreparable in both games, ironically. Actually, I mean coincidentally, actually, in both games it created an irreparable riff. What's a good community game? I think if I had to pick one, a safe bet. I mean, it's not necessarily that strongly community based. I think a safe bet would be like Minecraft, probably. Still, to this day, I think Minecraft is probably still the gold standard for a community game. Maybe Roblox, but it's not like Roblox has a more refined audience, like a smaller range in audience. So the community is big in magnitude, but not inclusive. Not as inclusive as Minecraft is. And then, you know, for those who would argue like World of Warcraft is still, it's a completely gate-kept community. So again, excellent magnitude, but most definitely limit in inclusiveness. It's a trade-off it's the trade-off you have for what World of Warcraft is. And I think contrary to, I don't want to be a contrarian, but in this case, Blizzard stuck to their guns, which is great. I think being unapologetically faithful to the expectations of your gate-kept community is a safe bet for consistent success. In contrast, this game, Neverwinter, has gone through multiple phases to try to transition to different communities. And slowly but surely, there will be so few people to gatekeep that perhaps there's a chance the community is going to swap over to a different type of community. Can you, oh. I had to stand still there. They just don't go to a prefixed area. Almost done though. How long has it been? 2 hours? Over 2 hours? For 3 characters? Oh wait, I'm not even done yet. I need to do 4 more quests. I think. Four quests? Yes. Not 4 quests. I need to do a lot more. Wait, what happened here? Oh, I didn't complete the heroic encounter. Alright. Make sure to grab a heroic encounter. And then I need 4. I see other players. Okay. Oh, I don't know which one that is. We're not going to do that one. Oh, no. Got to switch. This is awkward. Yep. Another guy just nonchalantly running by and just clearing up the other mob. Alright. Still missing some bullets. As per usual. Oh, are they gonna do Into the Darkness? This would be a good shot. Alright. We'll just wait here. And Dark Gold, if you're that question, thinking back to that question, that's a pretty deep cut. Is it worth? I don't know. I've been doing it for over like a year and a half. I guess the answer is for me is I guess 5 out of 10. Whatever that means in value. What's a game that I don't mind losing in? Because it's so good that even losing feels good. What the heck? Guys, I'm not even the tank. Alright, I'm out. You guys are buttheads. Hello? Is there no one else? Are you serious? Am I really the... Wow, so they're just gonna leave me to die? Alright. This is where I mean. This is Neverwinter community right here. That's the Neverwinter community I remember. It really spawned me really far away. Did everyone die yet? My favorite comment is it's faster just to respawn and run back. Like, alright. But you're already here. Like, but it's faster. I'm like, alright. What's your point? It's not worth... Your point is it's not worth rezzing you. Like, oh, okay. That's what you mean. Got it. And then you have people complain, it's like, why can't we find tanks or healers? It's like they're not worth rezzing, apparently. Where are they? Playing a different game. Where it might be worth rezzing. I mean, in this, it's not relevant to what just happened. There just isn't a tank, so that's just the reality. That guy did? Yeah. Oh no, that's just neat. We do need this credit. Can you, thank you. Good talk, guys. I'll see you guys next time when you need a tank. Nice. Are we done? 1, 2. I think we might be done. And then we're gonna try the crazy thing. We're gonna try to look for a group. A random group. For the party content. And see how toxic the random group gets. Or how quickly someone... Or what the selection factor is. I don't even think my characters qualify through the arbitrary selection factor that people were going to impose on. Basically, in this game, your item level is equal to your IQ. So, the higher your item level is, the smarter you are, or the more competent you are. That's the metric of Neverwinter. Or you can use the Twitch version. The more viewers you have, the smarter you are. I do like that one. Metrics, folks. Metrics. They don't have to measure the thing you're looking for. You just have to believe it does. Did the game stop responding? Oh, okay. Well, that took a while. That was a little sus. I still have to do 4 more repeatables. Wait. We gotta change instances. There are too many players here. Yep. Oh. Okay. Well. Seven more bullets. Where are you, little doggies? Jokingly but seriously, the IL level of the player, IL clearly stands for intelligence level. Oh, hey. Hi. You guys waiting for a tank? Good for you. I don't want to. Battle with that the thick boy. I guess I should find a country club to join in this game. We'll look at the roster and see if there's any country clubs open with a slot. No. That thing doesn't summon bullets. Or not as much. Nope. No bullets on the first wave. Two more. Oh, there's one. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Cash and weapons. Cash and weapons. Wait, did I say cash and weapons? That's weird. Traps and caches. Okay. These ones are pretty fast. I don't like the moss one. The moss one is like meh. Because they use the same assets are used. The only thing is one shimmers and one doesn't. As opposed to being an entirely different asset. The traps, because they're in like an obvious place, they're actually pretty terrible traps because they're like right in the middle of the opening. But because they're right out in the open, it's easy to spot them. So my immersion is broken, but immersion is overrated. But it's very efficient. You can see it very easily. The moss, not so much, because it shares textures with something else. Although the moss are also in fixed position, so you can kind of get used to it by doing it another 8 times, right? Because it takes 10 weeks, so you have the opportunity to do it for 10 different days over the course of 2 months, 2.5 months. I'm sure by that time you'll be like seasoned, so seasoned you can do it blindfolded. I wouldn't be able to, because I'm not actively participating in a lot of this. Just doing it to... Just doing it so I can say or share an opinion about it through experience. What am I missing? A trap. How did I miss a trap? It's in the middle. Where are you, trap? Okay, traps are kind of annoying, sort of. And now I'm retreading. I missed one in the... Oh, okay. It's right in the middle. Oh, that's 4. Time to peace out. And then we're gonna see if there are some brave souls that are doing masters. I have deliberately a tune or tunes that are guildless, and now I like to be wrong here, but we'll see. And we have these companion gear, right? With easily one of the most subpar setups of stat pairing, just to demonstrate that, yeah, you got to do more than that for something scalable and useful. Are these bound on pickup? Oh my gosh, they're bound on pickup too. Alright, so what do we do? Honestly, we can open some lockboxes. Alright. Let's get all these insignias off. Yeah, we can use our sentinel. See how our sentinel holds up in masters. I think our item level is high enough on the sentinel. I mean, our intelligence level is high enough on the sentinel. People won't question our competence. Maybe. Although, if you're part of a guild, it dramatically increases your intelligence level. You're most definitely a smarter and better player when you're in a guild. I'm kidding. I actually think sometimes it ends up being the opposite. It restricts you to a... Sometimes it restricts you to a way of thinking. Alright. How well... Oops. That's, Oh, is it... No. I thought it was, victims... Are you serious? I don't have a... a spare crescent? Wait. What? What the heck? Wait. What's going on here? Did I just forget? Hello? Say what? I really need to organize my bag and take the time to label the bags now that we can label bags. I'm missing a crescent somewhere. I guess it's this one. Probably that one. Whoops. I didn't mean. I don't have a mythic crescent. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Where is the item level at? 70. Man, that dropped so low. I don't even think I can reach 75k anymore. Not that that item level is going to be indicative of how strong a tank is. Let's, what is it? I think we just need to take these. Not going to get my hopes up. But it would be excellent opportunity to see what the scaling's like. Recharge rate. Of AP. 73.5. Wow. So somewhere along the line, outside of dropping the guild boons, so I would have to switch my weapon set to just get there. That's pretty disappointing. Let's open some lock boxes though. 19, maybe we'll get something interesting. An axe beak. Oh, I kind of wanted an axe beak. Man, that's so lukewarm. Man, those things are holy. Can we not have mount tokens? Okay. And some of these are so middling. Wow. Amazing. Oh, hey. We got the mythic mount. What was the other one? Oh, it was the mythic companion. Eh. There's no reason to sell these things. RNG, man. That's just RNG. Oh yeah, we get the bonus reward. Alright, what's the bonus reward there? It's at 50. Should we try to get the mythic companion? Not really that big a deal. Alright, well, like, that's alright. Okay. I don't really have a desire. Let's see. We got a mythic. Not too bad. What are we doing? Oh yeah. 1.5. So I guess we just wear Lionheart and should be good to go. Right? Nope. 74.3. They're really, really pushing it. My power is capped. What else do we have on here? Awareness? Is my awareness capped? No. Okay. Alright. These stats are okay. What else can I wear to increase it? Oh, I guess we could do the we can remove these things. Honestly, wait. We had that companion gear, right? What is the critical avoidance one paired with? Accuracy. A Pega? Wait. We have an accuracy one, don't we? Combat advantage. Defense. Oh, we do have one. Okay, we'll just replace that. Good enough. Is this enough? That was only 200 intelligence level. Wow. Absolutely amazing. I guess we can just wear... Did we... I don't think we picked up a... I don't think we picked up a dragon thing. No, we didn't pick up a dragon artifact. Or dragon artifact sets on this tune. And the item level requirement is kinda high. They didn't want to scale it to 7, huh? That's an alternative. What other artifacts do I have? No, I didn't level that. Wait, did I level that? The answer is no. Doesn't look like it. Wait, oh, I did level it. Wait, how much is that? That's a little bit more. I guess we can wear this. Can I wear this without demo? Man, that's pretty awful. Where are you at? 74.9 item level stacking. I definitely disagree with that approach, but oh, I'm gonna cap out on defense. Oh, no. That's awareness. Wait. Okay, so it's the 5% from... Do I just grab a ring? I could just grab a Pego run around ring. I guess that's useful. I'm sure I have enough from the Dragon Slayer thing. It's not enough. I have to do one Dragon Slayer thing? Man. Yeah, this fleeting mouse thing is such a crutch. Yeah, it's such a crutch. But I guess you could just replace the red eyes glare with it. To cover that distance. I can just replace these though. So I guess we'll do that. And just keep the stats on. Yeah. Oops. Why are you... Oh, that's the wrong one. It's this. Wait, that's the wrong one. It's all right. Honestly, maybe we can flip them. Just enough. Let's see if we have any brave souls. We're gonna go to PE. We'll try for like 10 minutes. See if LFG produces any brave souls. Yikes, though. I guess we can just use Frozen. That retroactive collection proc. Alright, so let's look. Let's see if there are any brave souls. I'm nowhere concerned that Temple of the Spider has any mechanics that I'm concerned about, but we can like list these things. Is this worth anything? We'll just sell whatever the price is. Doesn't really matter anymore. What about you? How about you? You know, one thing that's not inflated in this day and age? Video game economy. Especially Neverwinter's economy. It's more like a deflation. Uh, 100? Ooh, 280. Hot dog. Just raking in that cash. Nope, I don't see any brave souls. I think we're just gonna keep playing until we get the companion gear. And then we won't have to make compromises on item level stacking. There's a fun joke to be had about item level or intelligence level in this game. There's an inverse correlation to someone's perception of their own competence with the item level of the character. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's probably you have to probably be part of a Mile High Club or a country club in order to run something. In order to run Temple of the Spider Masters. We can look. Let's look. Let's look at who's on around this time. Let's just see. Let's sort by number of recruiters around this time. That's a German guild. That's quite a lot during this time slot. Alright, we'll keep in mind. I think there are like 2, maybe. You can probably ask and then run a few Temple of the Spider Masters and then see what that's like. We're already familiar with the mechanics because the normal version, but I don't know if there's any new mechanics or differing mechanics on in the master one. Generally speaking, the way Cryptic design things, they tend to modify or add new mechanics to the master version. Yeah, we're not gonna bother compromising the item level to meet the item level. It'll meet its when we replace the companion gear, because these 2 companion gear, well, 300, 600 will still be like 100 short. But what else would we replace? Would I want? I might not even use this character to run Master's Temple of the Spider. I might use my Paladin. Something to replace it for item level. This is in Masters, so you can't really get it pre-Masters. This is okay. I'm kind of curious how many people farmed the heroic encounters to get these yet. Let's see. How common is it? Oh, it's really common. But this is the choker. Let's see how much how uncommon the artifact is. Okay, the belt is about the same rate. And I'm guessing the artifact's like 1 mil? Wow. It's really common. Holy heck. It's only 50. Plus... what would this get me? It's 1800. That would cover the distance. Is it 5%? I mean, okay. It has Dex and Charisma. Okay, too. What is this, actually? Strength and Con? Pretty alright. We can run regular Temple the Spider for the dual 1600s. I think that covers the 75k requirement. But I'm pretty sure these are bound on pickup. Oh wait, no, they're not. They're bound on equip. Because we're really just... Oh, wait. Hold. Oh, I didn't realize that. They're actually different between the... That's why I didn't see the helmet the first time. They're different. The divinity ones actually have a different helmet. Their secondary helmet is different. What about this one? It's still threat for a fighter, I guess, because they're related to barbarians, but it's divinity for the other one. It's largely the only piece that I'm interested in, I guess. The chest piece is alright if you're willing to compensate for the loss in defensive stats. Like 5% for enemies that are facing you, that's fine. But you need to compensate for the 7%, 7.5% drop in defensive stats. And then what was this? I mean, this is just blatantly okay, I guess. The shoes are okay too, actually. Oh, well, they're only okay for... And I'm not the biggest fan on... Oh, wait. Yeah. To get the gear that is region locked, right? It's region specific. You need to complete the region specific task to get the gear that's region specific. I don't personally like that type of design. Meaning the time you get it is just to become more efficient. Which is relatively a moot point by the time you become efficient enough to clear. This stuff becomes moot. I mean, it can make it easier, but generally speaking, people don't prioritize that because most things are gate kept. All right. Well, I don't see anyone like spamming LFG stuff, so it's probably an exclusive club. So we can't test that stuff. Temple of the Spider stuff. Tank one, okay. Yep. All right. So we'll just go back to the norm. What was the normal stuff? Yeah, and I still have this. I don't even know what this was. Alrighty. Well, that's second week. That's week 2. What can I say about week 2? It's exactly the same as week 1. Because it's week 2. Right. because it's week 2 and we're doing the same thing as week 1, it loses a point. 4 out of 10 for week 2. No weekly haul increase. That's also a minus points. So 4 out of 10. Wait, what's this? Oh, you need Seal or Dragon for boon points. Oh, that's interesting. You need the fungal things for boon points too. Wait. Can you get all 4 right away? Each completion of the grants a by Fifth milestone. 7th. So I guess you get all 4 after completing the first milestone. You just need to get the seals. These are re-8. Oh, and I guess you reach 2nd milestone, you can pick this up. Is it per character? Do I even want to do this? I mean, honestly, it's like whatever at this point. All right. I came back here just seeing if you can. Oh, right. What am I talking about? It's the 3rd milestone. I like to believe, here's the hot take, right? I like to believe that the 3rd milestone will increase the weekly haul to 150. But that's wishful thinking. The reason why I say 150 is because when we hit the milestone, we'll be able to do double the weekly task for the 50. So you get to see the story or whatever, this new story, and still do it twice. And then the other 2 gaps will cover the 100 that is short over time. So like when we get here, when we get to 600, it would be 200, and then that'll be 2 days. So say day 3, week 3 would be 300, or it'll end at 350. Then week 4 will get you to 500, right? Week 4 will get you to 500. Then week 5 will get you to 700. And then week 6 and 7 will get you to 1,000. Exactly. I like to believe that. They did add these little like the rewards are staggered into these spots. But we'll see, because it lines up, right? So when we hit this, it'll be 350, and the next day it'll land exactly on 500. But 600 is a weird one, so you'll eclipse 600 only to make the next week hit 800, and then it'll hit 1,000 right away. So if I had to guess, it fits a lot better if we next week the weekly haul goes up to 150. It could just be 100 though. I mean, that just means it's twice as long artificially. Okay. Oh, that's it for today. what can we do for the rest of the month? I think I'm check out today. 3 hours of Neverwinter is sufficient. I kind of want to rest my hand for something else. Alright. Oh, thanks for hanging out. Second week, 4 out of 10. Hopefully next week, next Tuesday will be alright. Guess I will come back next Tuesday for this. Until then, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye now.